Okay. So this didn't work for some reason. So this fires this. This is a trigger. Exclude. Nothing. And tagged. Projectile enter collision. Projectile enter collision. This projectile collided with X. Okay, so this should work. Because this custom collision action this is the collider. On trigger collision enter action. On trigger enter action. Okay, enter collision collider. On trigger enter. On trigger enter. On trigger enter action. On trigger enter action. Effect collider. Let's see. Settings. So effect collider and combat ping are enabled. Material size, mesh renderer. So this should work. Let's see, come on. Projectile collided with X. Projectile did not collide. So enter collisions. Enter collisions. Right? This enter collisions. Projectile enter collisions. Enter collisions. Let's see, battle. Let's see. There. Okay, holding on. I am holding on. Okay. So we have the village. There we go, village. There, throwable rock. Self shield. Enemy health. Okay, something. There. There it goes. So wait a second. Did it throw the projectile? Did not collide. Wait a second, what's that? That's really weird. Wait. Oh. Okay. Small mistake. Projectile collided with X. Oh, there. See? Projectile collided with X. Close combat, range combat zone. Oh, with X. So, combat ping, combat ping. So let's change, let's say E. So this is fired, other game object. So it doesn't detect if it's an enemy. Let's see, enemy. Combat collider. Enemy tag, enemy combat ping. Close combat, combat ping. So these are untagged. Projectile did not collide. Get active target. Wait a second, let me check this. Oops, no, this. Start trajectory. Let's do, and this. Get active target. Target. Let's do this. Did you save? Yes. village. Oops. Village. Try again. There we go. Throwable enemies. This. Sleep. Okay. Let's see. Oops. Come on. There. Oh, did you see anything? I couldn't see anything. Okay, let's see. Search for a green block. This. Projectile collided with. There, so this is the target. Okay, collided with X. Projectile did not collide. So let's change this. F. Collided with X. No, wait a second. Let's do F. No, let's do E. E did not collide. Start trajectory. Let's do an R. So there. Projectile collided with X. So other game object tag. So the collision is detected. But doesn't detect the collision with the enemy. Get active parent, so the parent is detected. The preset. Other game object. Oh. Let's try again. Object. Oh. Wait a second, come here. Come here. So let's check this. Village. Enemy sleep. There, let's pause this. There. Let's unpause. There. I saw it. It launched. Police. What? No, frame debugger, no. There. It collided with these guys. Tag layer trigger zones. What's this? Layer override. Trigger zones. Close combat. Trigger zones and enemies. So this is the target. The goblin, the combat collider. Exclude nothing. Include heroes, trigger zones. Include layers, enemies. Exclude nothing. So this is a trigger. Layer overrides. Include, exclude, nothing. Heroes and trigger zones. Excludes trigger zones. Include layers, trigger zones. Effect collider. Let's see again. We have the enemies. With the effect collider. Let's try that. Enemies and effect colliders. Throwable, self-health, enemy shield, enemy health. Okay, let's do this. Let's try this one. Okay, let's clear. Let's see. Oopsie. Okay, there. I saw it. Did it throw? Not it. So this is the target. it detected collisions with these guys. Which are combat beings. This goblin. This is enemy. This is collider combat being. It should register. But it doesn't register. Let's include effect collider. Okay, let's see here. Village. There. Enemy shield. Self-health. Okay. Let's see. There. Wait. Clear. Go. Okay. Again. Enemy template. Goblin again. So maybe let's get the goblin. Wait a second. If the collisions were detected with these enemies, exclude trigger zones. Okay, let's see, Goblin, Combat Collider, include trigger zones, Effect Collider, so let's add that one to the slime. Effect Collider. There. Let's try that. let's see. Oh, there. Enemy shield. Let's see. There. Clear. So there, it was super fast. So what happened? Something happened. Projectile collided with this. The target was this one. Okay. Oh. Collided with the enemy. What happened? I don't see any. Oh, it was because it didn't collide. This is getting really annoying. Let's see. Projectile did not collide. Let's do a 20. Maybe the problem is that the collision never triggers, you know? So maybe that's the problem. So let's just do this 10, just to make sure it collides with something. Because maybe the problem is that since the twin moves the thing, it actually never touches the collider. Maybe that's what happens. Enemy slip there. So let's see. There. But did you see what happened? It went under the guy. Okay, let me see. Let's see. Plus new vector 2. No, 1. 1 is too much. Let's say 0.3. So maybe that was the problem. That was the problem. It never touches it because it went under it or something like that. It went under the enemy, so it never touches him. Let's see. Health, enemy sleep. There. There we go. Okay, so again, what the hell happened? Okay, I believe you. It did not collide. I didn't see it actually, I never saw it. I never saw the projectile. So the transform position plus XYZ. Okay, let's see that. Maybe 0.1 is too much. Health, sleep. So where is the hero? Let's see. Let's see how much is plus 0.1. Let's see, plus 0.1. Okay, 0.1 is very little. 0.2, 0.4. Oh, but that's actually local. So let's see this. Transform utilities global. Oh, but since there is nothing there, let's see 0.5. Let's do 0.5. And let's see, okay. See there, you saw? You see that? It fired the thing. By the way, everything is so slow. So let's see. Brrrah. Projectile collided with X. Projectile did not collide. So what can I do? Let me ask Grog. In Unity 6, what is the best way to calculate fast projectile collisions? I'm using the twin. I suspect that the call never happens because positions of the colliders never intersect. Let's see. So I suspect that the colliders never intersect. Tunneling. Okay, yes. Okay. Physics system, yes. Below I'll outline the best approaches. Okay. The twin moves objects by directly modifying their transform position, which doesn't interact with Unity's physics system in the same way a rigid body would. This can cause projectiles to skip through colliders without triggering collisions. Yes, that's what it seems. Especially at high speeds, because no physics interpolation. Unity's physics engine checks for collisions at discrete points in time. Physics frames. If a projectile moves faster than the size of the collider in a single frame, it may never overlap with the enemy's collider. Yes. No rigid body. If your projectile lacks a rigid body, Unity's physics system may not process collisions directly, especially for trigger-based colliders. Yes. Frame-based movement. The twin's movement is often processed in update or fixed update, and if the movement is too fast, the projectile's position may jump past the enemy's collider entirely. To address this, you need a solution that either leverages Unity's physics system or compensates for the twin's transform-based movement with custom collision detection. Yes, that's the problem. Okay, add a rigid body, set the rigid body to kinematic, set the collision detection mode to continuous dynamic. Yes, use the twin for movement. Since the rigid body is kinematic, the twin's transform updates will still control the movement, but the rigid body will handle collision detection. Yes. So okay, so should I set it on the projectile? On the model? Or maybe I should use it here. Rigid body. Is kinematic, don't use gravity, automatic tensor. Use the calculated tensor. Automatic center of mass. Interpolate. What's this? Collision detection, continuous dynamic. So let's see. Combat beam. That's it. Add a rigid body, attach a rigid body, set the rigid body to kinematic. Since the twin will handle movement, set the collision detection to continuous dynamic in the rigid body settings between frames. Okay, so let's try that. Okay, CCD has a performance overhead with many projectiles. Use object pooling to mitigate this. Requires a rigid body which has some complexity. Okay, so this should be enough. Let's see. Okay. There we go. There we go. Go. Let's try. There we go. There, it worked. Finally. See, it applied S. What is S? No idea. Yes, projectile collided the enemy. Awesome. So what was this? Health and sleep. This is wrong. Okay, so problem fixed. Let's check this. Let's check this. Let's check this. There. Cool. You can kill the twin. Okay, so maybe I should save the twin here. Private twin trajectory twin, so I can kill it there, and here I do a kill. There we go. So I just needed to add a collider, a rigid body to the collider. There, enemy shield, self-sleep, enemy shield, this one. So grass and there. Can I do this? There. Funny. I'm sleeping. Projectile collided the enemy. Perfect, so it works. I applied sleep to myself and shield to the enemy. Like it says in this card. Enemy shield, self-sleep. Yep, it works fine. Okay, so it works fine. So enemies combat beam. Include layers. Okay, so this is fine. Slime. Did I? Nothing. What's the name of this song? Effect Collider. Combat with effect colliders. Okay. Just do this. Let's see if that works. I wanna check the name of the song. Quake 2. Okay. Okay. Enemy sleep, self shield. Alright. Go. So sleep got activated, as you can see, but this guy still jumps like crazy. What happened there? Goblin, slime. So this should work because it doesn't go directly to the idol. Weird. Start sleep animation. Sleep. Okay, never mind. Let's do a rock. A rock that can be thrown. Where is a nice rock? Okay, let's take a look at this. There is a nice rock here. This one. Maybe here. No rocks. Just looking for a nice rock reference. Yeah, these are rocks, but I need a good reference. A better reference. Maybe here. Oh, this one. I like this one. But I think it's too big. Let's open close combat, other items, close combat. Okay, let's use this, save as close combat, no, range combat. Let's throw rock. Throwable rock. Okay, so Let's see here. Something like that. Okay, so I'm gonna do let's check this. So it should be very simple actually. Maybe like this. Okay, so something very simple. Let's do this. Okay. Let's create a new layer and let's make HSV. HSL. So let's maybe like this. There we go. Like that. Oops. So this is too white. Maybe like that. Okay, let's put this here. A little bit more. No, too big. Too much. There we go. Not so sure about this. Looks like a lemon. A lemon. Not so sure about that. I don't like how it's turning out. Maybe I should like split it into another plane. There we go. This should be darker. No, it shouldn't. Yes, it should. Let's remove this. Looks like a piece of bread. Don't like it. Let's see if I change the colors, it's gonna look better or not. Red, blue. Yeah, you know what? That looks much better. There. So let's make it more grayish and a little bit lighter. There we go. Oops, that's too much. That's definitely too much. Should I add something like this? No, that's too much. There. No. Okay. No, I don't like this. Okay, let's leave it as it is. Let's change that hue. There we go. Values. Let's see what happens if I flip it vertically. There, I think I like it. Horizontally. Yes, to the other side. Okay, let's leave it like that. Enemies, cards. Do I have an image there? Close, rage combat, throw over rock, pixel art user interface. Let's save it. Let's get this. Let's throw rock. There we go. So now let's take a look and see how it looks. Take a look and see how it looks. Let's take a look and see how it looks. To take a look and see how it looks. And see how it looks. while we take a look. There we go. There we go. Throw over rock. Looks like an egg. Okay, so it's a rock. Okay, whatever. Whatever you say, bro. Maybe I can make it look a bit more box, like a box. Like something like this. Oh, what's this? Again, I did the same. There, 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 and there. No, not there. There, and there, and there. And this I'll delete. There. Oops. There. Fine. Let's do it like this. No. Ouch. Okay. So I have the throwing rock. That's done. You need what I need to do? You know what I need to do? I need to create the model. Let's do it. So this has to be very simple. Extremely simple. Let's create just a small primitive that is a cylinder. No. A wedge? No. A box? No. A sphere. 4x4? No. How many sides? 6 sides. And 3 segments. Can I do 4 sides? That's what I want. There we go. So let's just can I rotate you? Can I please rotate you? Okay. So this guy I'm going to make very small. Whoop. Like this, and like that, and like this. There. And like this. Okay, so let's make this smaller, and this guy should have only precise, only width should be 2 and height 1. There. And I need a coffee, and I'll be right back. So what I want to do is basically take this here, make it really gray. Okay, and the other one is going to be bluish and dark. So let's choose this. Let's do an unwrap. Let's do this. No, let's not do that. What? Okay, so this is going to be unwrap crazy. Unwrap. Why does it? Okay, let's do it like this. Round to nearest pixel. Okay. So we have this one and this one. Let's place it around here. No. There and there. There. So this, oops. This goes here. Let's choose both. To nearest pixel. Let's choose this guy. No, only this guy. There we go. Okay, so the rest. Okay, you, and you. Let's see. Let's do one by one. Flatten. Unwrap. So, how can I make you have the same shape? Round to precision. Set to crosshair, set to tile, back. Oh no. Crazy, so maybe I should, let's see, UVs, orient UVs, UVs. select tile UV, UVs, no idea. I wish I could set it right, you know. So I have this. Wait a second. So this is that. Okay. This is that. This is that. Let's flip it like this. Or like that. Let's flip it like this. Alright. So let's do this. Let's do that. Wait, I'm getting so dizzy. So this one is, oh, that one. So this should be there. This should be there. No. I'm getting so dizzy. Okay, there. There we go. There, so this is that. Okay, this is this. Let's align the nearest pixel. Okay. The same with this. So this is the one below. This is the one above. This is that one. Oh, let's round to nearest pixel. There. The same with this. Let's move you there. So this is this one. This is the one above. Let's put you there. Okay, looking good. Kinda. So this one change. Oh. Oh. There. So this guy, and that other guy should be around there. I don't care. There. So that's the rock. Okay. Oops, I mean save scene as enemies, models, buildings. Let's do a projectiles. Projectiles. And let's say a throwable rock 1. And here let's export these guys. Let's export this to GLTF. And So we should say combat, right? Combat, range, projectile. Let's add a model. Models. Like that. Import asset. Let's do this. There. Models. Projectiles. Throwable rock. Great. Exactly what I wanted. Apply. Let's change this, the model. There. Let's delete this. Let's get this throwable rock, cast shadows on. Okay. Let's see the box collider. Okay. So the projectile is looking good. Okay, simple rock. Wait a second, what's going on with the music? Okay, let's see if I can see the rock being thrown. Okay, throwable rock. I add a enemy slip, and let's see if I can see. There we go. Yes, I saw it, but it launches from a very weird place, you know. Very weird place. Let's make it a little bit faster. 15. And this, let's make it 8. And come on, combat, spawn. Let's do this. Position plus new vector 0.8 f. Let me check something. So maybe I can set the target as another, you know. maybe I can set the middle or the projectile target as the middle. I can create an empty game object there. For example, this animated mesh knows where it is. So enemy prefab, it's always at the bottom. But maybe I can have like this create empty target middle, or I should call it middle point. Middle point. And I set it like this. There. For example, so mesh transform. So let's let me see, maybe I can target collider hit visitor. Wait, so slash disable. No, not this one, this one. Throw, so autobattles manager. So maybe I can have the middle point autobattles manager. Yes, maybe I can have the serialized field. Private? No. Should I set it as public? Yeah, why not? Public. Transform. Middle point. Transform. There. So when it creates the pool spawner, the throw object, I can do like this. So it's created on the middle point. What's your problem? What's this? What happened there? So the middle point dot position there, and when the projectile launches, you get the target, which is autobattles thing, and you get to the middle point. So I need to configure that on the configuration of each the heroes and each monster. So let's get the middle point. Let's get you there. So that's the middle point. And here I have the auto battles manager. Let's recompile. So when you are recompiling, let's switch the song. let's check this. Let's do this one. Okay, middle point. There, middle point. So the other thing I need to do is get this thing, middle point transform, enemy transform find, middle point. There we go. So it detects this model point, middle point, I mean, middle point, middle point. So let's add it to each one of them. Wait a second, just to make sure I got it correctly, I'm gonna copy it and I'm gonna paste it, and I'm gonna go to configure this like this. So each enemy has a middle point in a different part of the body. Rat, skeleton, middle point, good. The slime, there. What's your combat collider like? Alright. Okay, so this is your middle point. The Watcher has a middle point there, there. Okay, so I've done this. Okay. So that should fire the stone to the middle point. Go. Throw up a rock. Let's throw some rocks. Let's see. There we go. Did you see that? Okay, it works fine then. But I forgot to add any effect. So let's try again. Okay, village, there, throw a rock, enemy sleep, and enemy shield. There we go. There. So for some reason, the sleep didn't work. I wonder why. So rock was done. Throw over rock. So let's see this. Can I add a combo? One card left. There. So this activates the other card here. Self-health. Enemy shield. Enemy health. Doesn't make much sense, but let's do it. Just to see. What? One card left. It didn't activate. Okay, why it didn't activate? One card left. Other one card left. Let's see. Wait. Let me try something else. There, so I have the boss. Yes. Throw over rock, enemy health, and enemy sleep. So let's see. There. Okay. So the sleep, what's going on with the sleep? Okay, projectile collide at the enemy. Modify health, sleep effect 4. Okay, so this runs. Then this runs. So all of that runs. So this runs well. So this start animation crossfade sleep. Find all references. Okay. Create status. Okay. So the enemy is sleep. The enemy gets sleep because this create status runs well. 48. That means it triggers this start idle animation, start sleep animation. So start sleep animation. What's the matter? Watcher. Let's say models, types. Goblin, slime, watcher. So let me see. Maybe I'm not understanding how to use this. Basic, idle, walk, basic attack, idle, 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 walk, condition, walking, true. So if it's walking, if walking is false, it goes there. If walking is true, it goes there. Okay, so this has no transitions. Entry. So this is the skeleton. Entry. So this is the same. Wait a second. Okay. So what's the matter? Should be working. Let's change this, the tower. Okay, throwable rock. Okay, let's see. Oh, this is difficult. Okay, let's see if the rats fall asleep. I should get shield and they... Okay, so for some reason the sleep doesn't work. But let me check, why is it so slow? 10, reload 10. Activate and deactivate. Small impact. Stamp was. Persist. Force other ones to despawn. If the pool reaches capacity, should new spawns force other ones to despawn? No. Reloads, strategy, activate and deactivate. Never mind. So what should I do? So the thing is, this gets sleep with a crossfade of 1. What's the matter? I don't get it. So let's see, let's activate a goblin animator and see what happens with the sleep. So let's go to the animator. Yeah. I'm gonna try to use the sword so it's easier to see what's happening. There. Oh, but I don't have a activation thing. Enemy sleep. Okay, so I don't have a... Okay, let's see what happens with the rat. Okay, I suppose this one will be the first. You are going to be the first. And rat animator. So let's see. Oops, wait a second. There. Idle. Wait. Ouch! I stopped it. There, where is the sleep? Self-sleep. Okay, so this is easier. Because I should see myself sleeping. I mean myself, the hero. Animated, there, barbarian, there, idle, range, sleep. Okay, let's see the tower. There, can we do this? There. Oh. So who's gonna be first? This guy. Rat animator. Carefully and pause. Carefully and pause. Arr. Carefully and pause. Basic attack. I didn't get to see him sleeping. Yes, sleep effect 1. You didn't let me see, man. You're not letting me see. Auto live link on the current active state. What's this? Okay. What can I do? So let me see, is the sleep animation triggering? Sleep effect. Activation queue, yes. Projectile. On weapon collider hit. Yes, so this gets the sleep effect and it stops everything. Target get ping animation controller. Start sleep animation. So maybe this is wrong, you know. Start sleep animation. There. G H. Ping animation controller. What? Yes. Let me see. Okay, okay. Oh, there. There we go. Self-sleep and self-sleep. Okay, everyone sleeps with this one. So this is wheat, stone and tree. Wheat, stone and tree. There we go. There he goes. So there we go. Collided with trigger. There. So this one. This guy is going to get animated. Come on, bro. No, don't. Play unfocused. There. Oh, did you see that? It activated, but then it went away. Then why? But this, why did it activate? Why the basic attack activated? It went to the basic attack. So maybe the boss stop activation queue. There. Start leap animation there. Post there. On pause. Okay. Stop activation queue. Oops. So this pauses the activation queue, but when the card duration sequence gets paused, this shouldn't activate. Wait a second. I'm already activating it here, of course. Wait a second, activate. So what happens when the card duration ended? Set cooldown. So when the queue runs, I should set this as false. Right? On pause, awake false. On start, should say awake true, right? Makes sense, right? Resume. Play. The thing is that it should interrupt if it got activated. But is this create rank queue hero? Okay, let's see if that does something. Oh, you're still compiling, okay. Okay. Throw self-sleep, enemy shield. Okay, self-sleep. Let's get the hero. Let's get the animated mesh. Let's take a look at this. So, okay. Let's do this. Let's create the tower. A width there with tree and stone. Not here, with tree, wheat and stone. Tree, wheat and stone, there. Okay, animator. Let's see. What? That's so... Okay, so I'm sleeping. It worked. Where are you? Well, you might be... There he is. Oh! He woke up. Okay, so maybe that worked. Okay, let's see if I have enemy sleep. Okay, good. There. Enemy sleep. So everyone is going to sleep with this. Let's go. Come on. What the freaking freak? So let me check this. Player, no more stone, no more rocks for you. Let's see. Village. Okay. So I can only make myself sleep. So this is grass and stone. That's really funny. Oh, he's stuck in a loop. What's going on? I don't know what's going on. But that's really funny. Barbarian. Wow. Okay, calm down. Hero. There, sleep. Oh, he goes to sleep and then idle. Oh, but that works. That's fine, actually. Okay, but this is a mess. This shouldn't be happening. Okay, let's try again. enemy health, self shield. Let's see. So that seems to work fine. Okay. Seems to work fine. So sleep. Okay, self-health, enemy sleep. Alright. Enemy sleep plus 8. There we go. Whoa. There. It's working. Now it works. There we are. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so it works. Let's say this. So let's have this wood sword, self-help, enemy sleep, there. There. Let's see if that works. There. It works. And then it breaks. Something wrong's going on here. Okay, village. Let's... Oh. Wow. Okay. So let's add a wood sword and silk sleeve. Enemy shield. Well, let's try it and let's see what happens. There. So I'm giving him shield. Oh! Why I'm stuck in that animation? I'm stuck. Why? Let's see. Hero. Animator mesh. Animator. It's stuck in the basic attack. You know what? Maybe this... That's the problem. Let's not have any conditions. There we go. So you basic attack and you go back to idle. And I'll be right back. Okay. Let's see. So now I'm actually card effects. Now let's say fixing, sleep effect back. So we have enter close combat. Everybody sleeps. There we go, only one. Okay. So this guy, oh, there, it doesn't work anymore. So rank Q, what happened there? Parent, this one, Q's count. Okay. Should I say plus awake? There. Let's go. Something missing here. This never happened to me before. What the hell? Script compile errors. What? Count DNB. Let's do this. Hi, hello. So I'm fixing some bugs here. Fixing bugs. Okay. So we create the village with the hero. I equip him the sword with enemy health. No, I don't like these effects. Let's try again. Let's apply some, hopefully some sleep effects to the sword so I can test the sleep effect. Let's see. Okay. Village. There. Sword. There. Self sleep, enemy sleep. Okay. Everyone sleeps with this. There we go. Let's see what happens. There. Sleepy. Okay, activate again. Okay, nice. Oh, there we go. That's what I wanted to see. Okay, so enemy template, rank queue, parent, hero. Okay, so this is false. Why? Parent, rank queue hero, awake false. Why? Resume activation, hero. Okay, so this is play and on start. Oh, wait a second. So let's delete this. So where was I? Resume activation. There. Awake true. So that was the problem. Let's go again. There we go again. Let's create the village. Let's take the watcher card. Let's equip the sword. Enemy sleep. Okay, prefer this one. Enemy sleep. And let's create this one here. Okay, so he got the enemy to sleep. Okay, that works fine. Okay, so now what the heck? He doesn't want to sleep, So you don't want to sleep. He goes to sleep for a while and then he wakes up. Why? So enemy sleep +8. Maybe because card with cooldown. Maybe because the card with cooldown wakes him up. Start cooldown effects. No idea. Set card enabled, cooldown null. Okay, so let me think. This sets the enemy to sleep. Start sleep animation. Sets this enemy to sleep. There, he's sleeping. Okay, so then sets the cooldown of the card. Our hero is awake. There is a card that is not enabled. Then the cooldown sequence of the punch attack that is possessed by this enemy fires, sets the card as enabled, runs the Q. I should see a run Q. Why is he awake? Why is he awake? False. Activation Q. Resume. Wake up. So what wakes him up? What wakes him up? At chase target, at combat target. Let's see again. Okay, false. Kill. What? False, false. Resume. On pause. This should, let me check. So, start sleep and stop activation Q. Okay, so if this stops, awake should be false. There we go. That's what's missing. So when resuming, the card duration starts again. I should run the queue again. I guess so. I should run the queue again. Okay, let's try it like this. Okay, let's do okay. Let's set the village. Let's equip the sword. Sleep. Enemy sleep. And now let's see what happens with this. Okay, what happened? So he's sleeping, but now he's sleeping. Now he's sleeping, but he's killing them too. So I can't test it. What's wrong with you? So I can't test it because he was killing the enemies too quickly. So let's see. Okay, village. create a village right there. Equip the sword. Let's see. Enemy shield. No, this doesn't work. Has to be sleep. I should check it at the start. So let's see. Self sleep. Enemy sleep. Okay, that works. 12 seconds is too much. Maybe I should use self sleep. What? Tower? No. Sword. Enemy shield. Self sleep. There we go. Oops. There we go. There. Come on. Oh, this is finishing. There we go. What? Okay, because it's 1. So when this ends, he wakes up. So it's working. It's working fine. Let's see. So now this one should activate. All right. Now this one. All right. So it works. Seems to be working fine. Okay. Just a small adjustment. Start sleep animation. So what happens when the idle takes too much? Start idle 03. Let's, what's this? Start working animation 02. Okay, fine. So I'm still checking if it works fine. So this used to work fine, but I had to change some things, and then everything broke. I mean, not everything, just this part, you know. Only the sleep effect broke. Okay. And the effects also broke. They shouldn't be that big. Okay, so it works. It works fine. Seems to be fixed. So what else should I work on? I could add more weapons. There's something that bothers me about I should combine. Oh, right. Also, I have I still have to test this, you know. I still have to test the iron sword with the throwable rock. Combo component. So yeah, I still have to test this, but I'll do that tomorrow. Let's see, let's update the goal. Test equipping various weapons and fix bugs. Equipping various weapons and fix bugs. There we go. Center horizontally. There we go. So I'll do that tomorrow. Test. Okay, thanks for stopping by.